Alright, so I'm going to review some bows that I bought recently. I've been trying different bows from different factories. This is the Junxing M125, and I've put a repeater unit on it, which means I can shoot 5 arrows in a volley. We're using a laser, so it's got no sights, no peepholes, no D-loop, nothing. So let's just put that laser on and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I haven't set this laser up properly. I haven't set it in effectively, so it won't be shooting dead straight, but let's see how the grouping looks. Now I like this. This is not bad as far as groupings go. If there was an animal, it would definitely be dead. So this is a fiber target that I'm using. I bought it from Junxing, the factory as well. It cost me around $15. That's factory prices. Obviously it'll cost a little bit more when it gets to the end consumer. And yeah, you can see there's very little resistance when you pull the arrows out, which is quite nice. Let's stick with the Junxing factory. This is the M128. Using the same arrows as I will with the other ones. This is mixed carbon arrows, kind of mid-range. Let's see, M128. Now we're using a hog, not a hog, what's it called, a Tommy sight, which is single pin sights. I prefer the cheaper ones with 5 pins. Makes it easier to adjust for ranges. This one is set up on the furthest range that you can set, and this bow is set at 30 pounds, as is all the others, to give everyone a fair shake. Now I am aiming dead center, so let's have a quick look at where those arrows hit. As I can see, the arrows have been hitting quite low. So I guess the bow is made to be used on higher poundage, but it does shoot quite straight. It is a military grade, feels like a military grade bow. The company started as a military company here in China, so the stuff is pretty hardcore, pretty heavy. But to be honest, this one we're going to look at next. This is the LWANO Pango bow. I've set it up with a slightly cheaper setup, 5-pin sights, also from the same company, normal brush, arrow rest, but I like the finishings. It's a beautiful thing. There's not one single plastic thing. Everything is aluminium. The cams, the caps, everything is aluminium except for the accessories. So let's just see how that one shoots. See, with a 5-pin sight, it's much easier to adjust for distance. So if we're shooting at 10 meters or 20 meters, it's much quicker. You just shoot on the second or first pin. With a Tommy, you have to, adjust the sight before you shoot. With this one, you just change the pin. Now I'm shooting on the second pin. The light is getting a little bit dim. 1, 2, and this will be 3. And let's go check that grouping quickly. Yeah, grouping looks quite nice. I mean, I'm not a professional shooter or professional archer, but there we go. Looks nice enough. I just like the feel of this bow. It really is. It feels good to shoot. It's not heavy, doesn't feel cumbersome. And the last one I quickly want to review is the The Pango. Well, no, this is the children's version of the Pango. So it's all fiberglass. The whole thing is fiberglass. You can see it's the same company, LWANO, LWANO. And I tested another children's bow before from 2 Point. It had really good reviews, but when I used it personally, it just didn't feel good. This one is 14 pounds, and at its highest setting, it is a children's bow. So let's just see how it shoots. At, what is this, about 10 meters, about 20 yards. It hits, it shoots straight, feels good. These bows are not particularly cheap, but you know, if you want cheap, you don't always get that great product. Shoots relatively straight. I didn't set this sight in. I'm shooting it in its factory settings. It came like this directly from the factory. I haven't even put a D-loop or anything on yet. But as far as I'm concerned, at 10 meters or 20 yards, if I can get 3 arrows to hit the target, that's really what we want to do, because we want to inspire confidence in the children, and hitting the targets, hearing that satisfying thud, is really what we want. So it looks like I can adjust the sight to be more accurate, but I mean, the grouping isn't bad. So the bow does shoot straight. So that's it. In summary, we have the Wukon, we have the Pango, we have the M128, and we have the M125 with the repeater unit on it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below. If you want to know anything about, you know, pure carbon arrows or mixed carbon arrows, fiberglass arrows, accessories. I'm here in China, I'm testing everything, and I'm privileged to be able to do it. Get the things directly from the factory at factory prices. And yeah, please hit me up if you need anything. Cheers.